What if I told you that choosing the wrong time to fly could literally ruin your dream vacation before it even starts? I'm talking about landing in the middle of monsoon season in Thailand, getting caught in hurricane winds over the Caribbean, or worse yet, being stranded in an airport for days because of winter storms. But here's the thing, most travelers never realize there's actually a science to timing your flights perfectly. And today, I'm going to share the insider secrets that weather experts and frequent flyers use to never get caught off guard again. Picture this scenario. You've saved up all year for that perfect European getaway. You book your flight for what you think is a great time in November, only to discover you've landed right in the middle of the continent's wettest, gloomiest season. Your Instagram shots look more like scenes from a horror movie than a vacation highlight reel. This happens to millions of travelers every single year, and it's completely avoidable when you understand the global weather patterns that most people ignore. The truth is, every destination on Earth has its sweet spot. That magical window when the weather gods align to give you clear skies, comfortable temperatures, and minimal precipitation. But here's what travel companies don't want you to know. These perfect windows often don't align with traditional vacation seasons, which means you can actually save money while getting better weather if you know when to look. Let's start with one of the biggest misconceptions about international travel. Summer is always the best time to fly anywhere. This couldn't be further from the truth. Take Southeast Asia, for example. If you're dreaming of those crystal clear waters in the Maldives or exploring the temples of Cambodia, flying there during the Northern Hemisphere summer is like voluntarily walking into a steam room during a thunderstorm. The monsoon season runs from May through October, bringing torrential rains and humidity levels that make breathing feel like work. The smart play for Southeast Asia is November through March. During these months, you'll experience what locals call the cool, dry season, with temperatures in the comfortable mid-80s and rainfall that's practically non-existent. Your flight experience will be smoother too, as this period sees significantly fewer weather-related delays and cancellations. Now let's talk about Europe, because this is where timing becomes absolutely crucial. Most Americans assume summer is prime time for European travel, but seasoned travelers know that late spring and early fall are the real gems. Flying to Europe between April and May or September and October gives you several massive advantages. First, you'll avoid the crushing tourist crowds that turn iconic landmarks into human traffic jams. Second, the weather is often more pleasant than peak summer. Imagine exploring Rome at a comfortable 75 degrees instead of sweating through 90-degree heat. Third, accommodation and flight prices drop significantly outside peak season. But here's a pro tip that even experienced travelers miss. Shoulder seasons vary dramatically by region within Europe. Mediterranean destinations like Greece and southern Spain are absolutely magical in October, with warm days perfect for sightseeing and cooler dining. Meanwhile, northern European cities like Stockholm or Edinburgh are best visited between May and August, when daylight stretches past 10 p.m. and temperatures actually climb above sweater weather. For the ultimate weather strategy, you need to think like a meteorologist, or better yet, like a weather girl tracking storm systems across multiple continents. The key is understanding how global wind patterns and seasonal shifts create predictable windows of opportunity. The trade winds that bring perfect sailing conditions to the Caribbean from December through April are the same systems that create ideal flying weather with minimal turbulence and clear visibility. Speaking of the Caribbean, this region perfectly illustrates why timing matters so much for flight comfort and safety. Hurricane season officially runs from June through November, with peak activity between August and October. Flying during these months doesn't just mean higher chances of flight delays or cancellations. It means potentially dangerous flying conditions with severe turbulence and dramatic pressure changes that can turn even seasoned travelers into nervous wrecks. The sweet spot for Caribbean travel is December through April, when high-pressure systems dominate the region, creating those postcard-perfect blue skies and calm seas that make for smooth flights and spectacular views during landing. As an added bonus, this is also when humidity levels drop to comfortable ranges and rain becomes a rare afternoon shower, rather than an all-day deluge. Asia presents some of the most dramatic seasonal variations in weather patterns, making flight timing absolutely critical. Japan showcases this beautifully with its distinct seasons, creating completely different travel experiences. Cherry blossom season in late March through early May offers mild temperatures and stunning scenery, but it's also peak tourist season. The secret window is late November through early December, when fall colors paint the landscape in brilliant reds and golds. Temperatures hover in the comfortable 60s and crowds thin out dramatically. For long-haul flights to Asia, understanding jet lag and seasonal affective patterns becomes crucial. Flying eastward during your destination's spring or fall seasons helps your body adjust more naturally to the time change, while arriving during their summer or winter extremes can compound jet lag with weather shock. Australia and New Zealand flip traditional seasonal expectations completely, offering fantastic opportunities for strategic weather planning. When the Northern Hemisphere shivers through winter, these destinations bask in their summer glory from December through February. But here's the insider secret: their shoulder seasons of March through May and September through November often provide the best combination of pleasant weather, manageable crowds, and reasonable prices. Mountain destinations require an entirely different weather strategy focused on altitude and microclimates. Flying to places like the Swiss Alps, Colorado Rockies, or Patagonia means understanding how elevation affects weather patterns. Even in summer, mountain weather can shift from sunshine to snowfall within hours, making flexible travel plans and appropriate gear essential. The monsoon patterns across different continents create some of the most dramatic weather variations on Earth. India's monsoon season from June through September brings life-giving rains but creates challenging travel conditions with frequent flight delays and flooding. The optimal window for Indian travel spans October through March, when post-monsoon clarity creates perfect visibility for those stunning aerial views of the Himalayas during approach. Africa's weather patterns vary enormously by region, from the Mediterranean climate of North Africato, the seasonal rains of East Africato, the unique patterns of southern regions. Safari seasons align closely with migration patterns and rainfall, making weather timing crucial for wildlife viewing. The dry seasons from June through October in East Africa offer not just better game viewing, but also more reliable flight schedules and easier ground transportation. For frequent flyers, developing weather awareness becomes second nature. Learning to read seasonal weather patterns, understanding how different climates affect flight operations, and timing travel during optimal weather windows transforms the entire flying experience from stressful to strategic. The key takeaway is this: every destination has its perfect weather window, and understanding these patterns can save you money, improve your travel experience, and ensure your vacation photos look like they belong in a travel magazine, rather than a weather disaster documentary. Remember, the best travelers are the ones who work with nature rather than against it. By aligning your travel plans with favorable weather patterns, you're not just improving your vacation experience, you're becoming a smarter, more strategic traveler who gets more value from every trip. If you found these weather timing secrets helpful and want more insider tips for planning magical destinations around the world, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more travel strategies that will transform how you explore our amazing planet.